one down rep that was a paragraph long, and the kid got banned. All right, that's what a trial is about. You can have someone asking for reps blindly. They'll give you reps, but then you have the people who actually will evaluate the person. As myself, other moderators should be doing the things. Server admins, Crapstickles, should be doing the same thing. And if you become a moderator for a group, you accept the responsibilities of doing stuff like that. Of course, members they're like, oh, this guy's nice, so give him a rep. No, well, yeah, but then the guy goes into another channel and is a toxic little shithead. You just get a negative rep.
Yeah. See, like, I can understand where you're coming from with, like, because me personally, I've always believed in maturity over age, but that's just me. Like, KG has been around.
Oh my god, there's a spider in my room.
Wow.
KG has been around for, like, what, coming up on 8 years now, I think? And, like, it's always been the 16 plus rule, so I think the chance of that being changed
it's probably
is
none.
pretty much between 0 and none.
And they pretty much, like, I don't know how to say it.
But
like, with the banning of him.
Like, don't get me wrong, as I said, I can understand where you're coming from. Like, you're not the first person that's kind of...
Yeah, it's just that I might be the first person that's willing to proactively be on this. But, like, yeah, just because you've had a rule for a long time doesn't mean it can't be changed.
Maybe there's time for change.
It's not the case of whether I think it should be changed or not, because
it's the community's decision.
It's the community's decision, but I'm just saying I'll bring attention to it the proper way, not the toxic. Oh, this kid should be.
Yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from, but like I'm not gonna promise you anything on that one because that.
Oh no! I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna follow what Sean told me to do, and if I feel something needs to be done, go for it. That's what he told me. Go for it. Do the best you can. Like,
end of the day, like that's to be honest, like that's what Sean's all about. He always wants people to do what. And it's kind of why I respect him as well. He always kind of wants people to do the best that they can with whatever they feel should happen.
Yeah, and I'm not one to sit around and let corruption go on. I'm not one to sit here and let trainers abuse new people. I'm not one to sit here and have mods sit on their ass and not do anything. No, I'm gonna make sure I'll bring attention to that mod or that trainer. Examples: Rubies. He's a really bad trainer because he's extremely toxic, and that makes trials and members feel uncomfortable. When you go into when there's a trial in your party and you're a trainer, you have a representation you represent
KG.
And if you act like a toxic piece of shit, guess what? That person thinks that KG is full of toxic people. And unfortunately, in the NA side, we're all toxic fuckers. Unfortunately. If you go in EU, it's like a dandy little... It's awesome. I love EU. You guys are so nice over there. Here, you come here, it's like, what's up, dickbag?
I think that comes down to, like, without wanting to sound out of place or anything, I think that comes down to, like, because American people in general just seem a bit more kind of, you know, relaxed with language and everything like that. Like, I don't know, that's always just kind of been my personal opinion, that you guys over in the States just seem a lot more relaxed with the whole language thing.
Well, me, personally, I'm from Australia, so I don't have that kind of mindset. That's not my mindset.
Well, how long?
I'm always for progress. Listen, I come from a family of conservative people. So conservative that I have a boyfriend and I can't even tell my parents, and to this day they still don't know. Okay? I can't tell my parents without them disowning me. That's how conservative my family is.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I can imagine.
On the other hand, I try not to be that way. I try to be the opposite of my parents. So, I don't like corruption. If I see a mod sitting on his ass when he should be doing something, I'm gonna yell at that mod. No matter who I am. I'll be a trial, I'll be a member, I could be a guest. It doesn't matter what my rank is. You're still not doing something right. Your job is to uphold the rules when you accepted or may even made an application for that position. Unfortunately, I cannot be a mod because the mod spots are all taken up.
Have you applied for it though?
I've applied like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, you've definitely got the mindset for it.
Yeah, he does. I think he'd be an amazing mod.
Obviously, it's not my decision to make.
Yeah.
I mean, just because I'm not a mod doesn't mean I can't do mod things. I can't show people. But for example, the stuff that happened with the NA group a couple, I don't know, whatever weeks ago, with the whole
with
TJ.
That, I do think that, you know what, like, I never spoke to any of those guys because I live in the United Kingdom, you know, I'm not that involved with the NA side of things. And, like, this AJ Black, what was he, like, 14 years old? He could have been the nicest kid ever. There is a solid set in state rule of 16 plus.
But where does it say that?
It is in the requirements.
It actually isn't.
I do believe it.
It's not.
It actually
checked
is not.
Everywhere. It's not when you sign up.
It's not a rule that's put in when you sign up. I think it's just a rule that's been implied over the years, and it's just been something that's, you know, when you do something over and over again, it becomes a habit. But there should be nothing wrong with people who are under the age of 16. I mean, I have a friend. I'm 18, and I have a friend who's 15, and he acts like me. Like, it's like age is a number. Okay, how you behave in that age.
Oh, here, he changed it. It says, by creating an account on this forum, you are also stating that you are at least 16 years of age. That wasn't there. That on the application.
Well, nonetheless, so what? It says that. So, yeah, the United States legislation also says that marijuana is an illegal substance. In 2 of our states, it's legal.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like, I can see where you're coming from. Like,
no, it's not just seeing where I'm coming from. I mean, there's people who agree with me, and there might be people who disagree with me. But
well, I can agree with you because I've been in the situation where you've been before. Like, years ago, and I've said this to a couple of people before. Like, before I joined KG, I was 16 years old, and I was in charge of a North American community, and we had the exact same mindset of what you had, which is it comes down more to people's maturity.
Do you know what I was?
Sorry, go on.
Do you know what I was doing at the age of 16?
Math.
I ran away from home. All right. I ran away from home, and I went to China for a tournament that I had to compete in for Dota. I ran away from home to meet up with my team. And from the ages of 16 to 17, I competed. Professional Dota. Made money, lived off that money, and then eventually came back home because I realized I can't do anything without a college degree. So, that's what I was doing at 16. At the age of 16, I was the owner of a esports company with a sponsor from SteelSeries.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Just because you're young doesn't mean you can't do stuff. This is all being recorded right now, and for whoever it's going to be showed to, I hope they agree with me.
Oh wait, this is being recorded.
Yeah.
He's recording me. And I'm glad he is. But it's just, it doesn't matter what age you are. It's just, the trial period is there for a reason. It is a psychological evaluation on how you interact with other members. Yeah. That is what the trial is for. If you don't pass, you obviously don't have the psychological integrity to interact with people of a group. And for that, I bid you farewell, because you don't need to be here. Come back when you feel more mature. That's pretty much what a declination says. When you get declined. That's all it says. It's not like, oh, we hate you. It's just you're just not material. And that's how it should be. That's how it should always be. There should be no, oh, I was just fooling around. No, you don't fool around during your trial period then. You don't troll during your trial period. There's a dude who's a legendary Eagle Master that was a trial here the other day, and he was being a toxic piece of shit. And I told him straight up, do you think you're going to become a member or be acting this way? He goes, nah, man, this is my second account. I was a member before. I'm just trolling.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, it's a problem.
At the end of the day, you do have a valid, at the end if you didn't have a valid, honestly, if you didn't have a point, I would have stopped you ages ago, but you do have a point.
Yeah, exactly.
But with regards to the age rating, that's just kind of how things have worked here for such a long time. So with regards to that changing, it would take a lot more than one moderator to be listening in, and it would take a hell of a lot more
exactly.
Than one to be listening
the fact that this is being recorded shows that it can be played to other people, and they can decide for themselves.
That's why we need to have active mods.
The thing is if I ever became a mod manager, I would go through each and every single one of the mods and ask them, what have you done in the past month? What have you done? And depending on what they tell me, they would either stay a mod or leave. Because if you're not going to sit there and pick your ass as a mod, you obviously don't deserve to be a mod. A mod isn't just making applications for new members.
Oh, believe me, it's not. It's not.
It's not just doing that. Some people seem to think that.
Nah.
No offense to Grumbles, but Grumbles is a great dude. He did my application, but that's all I see him do.
There's nothing else for Grumbles to do, honestly.
The main...
If he cared enough, if he honestly cared as much as I
honestly,
he would do EU stuff.
So with regards to moderators...
No, because we get chased out of EU. I'm not helping them because they don't help us. And Grumbles feels the same way.
With regards to
I love Grumbles. He's a great dude.
The CSGO section, as I'm sure probably a couple of you, if not all of you in this channel, are fully aware of, CSGO still kind of is classed. It is still classed as one section. However, the TeamSpeak itself was divided because Sean wanted to try and build up an NA section that was more than just a few people who were applying every now and again. Now, obviously, this incident with AJ Black, if that's his name, I can't remember. This kid must have had a really big influence on people to cause what actually happened.
From what I hear,
I still don't know all of the details of what happened. I'm not sure I want to know all of the details.
Basically, it was just wrong what they were doing. That's what they thought.
They
and
banned
that's why
him
they
because
didn't...
he was 14. That's not acceptable.
Now,
yeah,
I know that they didn't allow him to join.
But we weren't wanting him to join KG. We just wanted him to have permission to move around in the TeamSpeak.
With regards to him being banned, now I'm not sure what's happened there. That's obviously a decision that was made by a higher up, someone who is higher than the moderator level.
Sean, I'm pretty sure. I think Sean made the decision, but
no, Dodzy did. Sean wasn't even here.
Oh, I thought you would have to ask him.
Abusive dick. No, Dodzy doesn't have to ask anything. He's an officer.
Well, okay, so we keep bringing up ranks as if it determines whether or not, yeah, it determines who has the final say. But in all, in any group, the community has the final say. So
Just just like
the thing
Congress
is,
has the final say on what the president can do.
With regards to how ranks work, executive decisions for every section are generally made by the moderator leader. Now, the moderator leader for CS:GO is Daryl.
well,
Obviously, like,
besides
officers and leaders get involved if it goes a bit further than just section based, or if it expands into something much bigger than what it should be.
besides that point, Predator, um, it still boils down to, depending on what the decision of that mod leader, officer, clan leader, whatever, it still impacts the community as a whole. Now, I didn't know this AJ Black kid personally. I think I've only ever talked to him once. But from what I'm hearing, the upset from the community sparks it sparks a kind of a like untrustworthy feeling amongst everyone.
No, here, look.
People
What I
don't
will
like to
say
not know.
regarding the, I was just gonna say, regarding the quote unquote, I'm gonna call it an incident. Let's just call it an incident. Regarding AJ Black and the bunch of people who caused all the drama over the fact that he was not able to receive any kind of TeamSpeak permission.
Honestly, there was no drama during that whole thing. It was just goofing off, really.
Well,
And they just took it out of hands.
It managed, regardless whether it was goofing around or whether it was people who were being dead serious about the fact that they were going to cause hell over high water if this kid could not join or move or whatever they wanted. That is what made it expand into something that got serious.
No, the only reason the bringing hell and high water became into play was because of how Dodzy handled it. There was gonna be nothing happened after that if they would have just, like, handled it civilly, I guess.
Yeah,
Like, he blew it out of the water the way he responded to it. Not because of why he did it, it's just how he reacted, and that blew it completely out of proportion and pissed everyone off.
What did Sean have to say regarding the situation?
Sean says he doesn't negotiate with terrorists. That's about all he said.
So okay. Negotiating with terrorists, not negotiating with terrorists. All right, we're all human, are we not? I don't think we see any Klingons.
I'm a robot.
We're all human, right?
Except me, I think he's a bit.
I'm a robot.
Okay, robots, whatever. We're all human, and we all make mistakes. Okay, you can't hold Dodzy up and burn him down by the stake.
I can.
You can't.
I'm not letting that go. No.
No. I'm not saying that. But well, just remember, all bans can be appealed. In any good group, all bans can be appealed. Okay, so now the thing is that, remember, we're just a group of people that are part of the community. None of us are officers, and none of us are clan leaders. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have the higher decision, but that doesn't mean we don't have a voice.
Oh, of course you guys have. At the end of the day, without the members and the trialists, there wouldn't be a convict game.
At the end of the day, Sean said he would just be
a bunch of random leaders and officers who have got no members in their community. There just wouldn't be anything.
AJ Black.
But for people, if any member ever thinks that they're, like, not important to the community, then they are ever so sorely mistaken. Because every single member who joins, every single trialist who signs up every single day, has quite a high amount of importance to this community.
Yeah, they would rather see the whole NA section disappear. In the words of Dodzy and Coco and Sean. Let them leave. It's not important. Your opinion doesn't matter.
I haven't seen, like, obviously because I haven't been that involved in the NA section. Probably the most involvement.
Did Sean really say that? Because I don't see
Pretty
him
much
ever saying that.
To be honest,
he said
that
in a
doesn't
PM to me,
sound,
addition by
like
subtraction. Let them leave. That's what he said.
Okay.
I think it got to the point. I think it got to the point where it was just so much that it would have been more damaging than trying to keep them to stay because they were causing so many problems over the fact that one 14-year-old individual could not join.
Well, now unfortunately, it's caused more of a problem that he wasn't able. But that's besides the point. AJ Black, no AJ Black. That's not why I'm here.
No, the only reason that like AJ Black meant nothing. Honestly, I'm not trying to cut you off. He meant nothing.
Yeah, he's just a kid. But it's not the kid. It's the principle of how the situation was being handled. The president of the United States cannot just kick everyone out of Congress. It doesn't work that way. It was the circumstances and the situation was handled. Unfortunately, we're all human. We all make mistakes. I understand that. All bans can be appealed again. The thing is that banning one person caused us to lose. Like it's pretty much you cut your arm off, but you lost half of your body.
Oh yeah.
It caused more trouble than it did good.
I wasn't directly involved with this incident, but I have kind of seen the damage that it caused, and it's very unfortunate that this has caused the damage. However, I don't condone, and I definitely don't agree with the manner in which the people who, I'm going to say, sided with him, fought for him, whatever.
Exactly. They're wrong too.
I do not agree with what their method of action was. Because at the end of the day, as much as I can see Danny's point with regards to the maturity over age, because that's the principle I kind of live by as well.
The whole thing basically was just a goof. Like, he wasn't, the whole thing basically got blown out of hand. Like, we didn't think they would actually all come in there and, start a big fight about it.
The most kind of unfortunate thing regarding this whole situation is that it didn't need to get to this point.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
2 forum posts.
AJ Black has been in this TeamSpeak for months on end, and no one has said anything about him being in here.
And there's at least a list of people that are under 16 that are in here. So if you're gonna ban him, ban them too.
Well, but no. That would be wrong. See,
yes, that's what I'm saying. That's their logic when they banned him.
But okay, yeah, their logic, whatever. All right, that you can't listen. You can't fight with the police, but you can make them rethink their whole upbringing. You can make them. That's what I think. You can't change the You can't change the judge's mind, but you can convince the jury. All right. Now,
see what
I feel needs to be done is that the people who sided with him were wrong. If it was up to me, every single one of them stays banned. Or if they're not banned already, they need to be banned. Example, Ruby, because recruiting another TeamSpeak because one of your buddies got banned is incorrect. That's stealing. That's the equivalent to stealing. All right, that's wrong. You don't take members from another group because you didn't like the way someone was treated. Yeah, you guys can hang out somewhere else, but you don't come in here and try taking people who have nothing to do with the incident.
Oh yeah, it happens.
And try to get them to join you.
It happens all too often, and I'm not even talking about KG related here. I've been in way too many communities. It happens all the time.
It's just because when one person leaves or is forced to leave, and he's friends with a bunch of people, they're all gonna just go with him because you can't be in the same TeamSpeak together.
Yeah.
What it comes down to is that when everybody signed up on the website, they registered their account, they filled in their application. When you fill in an application, you automatically agree to the rules and the conditions that are set out by the leaders of Convict Gaming.
Yeah, but they have to post all the rules on the application.
That's true too.
And at that point,
I can't.
Shut up. At that point, there was no rule that said you had to be 16 until I just looked at it. I read it before, and it said you had to be 13 years or old, and you had to have like your parent or something, like approve of it.
I'm not sure about that. I know it definitely used to be on there because I remember when I signed up almost like a year and 8 months ago, it was on there. I think it might have been misplaced due to the new website coming out. That's what I think it probably would have been.
That's a possibility too.
But I can assure you, it's definitely been a rule for like years on end, probably since the community opened up. Now,
and that's not to discriminate. That's just to protect. But then again, it comes down to: are you protecting the community or are you hurting the community? In this case, we hurt the community more than we protected it. Now, my goal is to get more people in NA and to hopefully revise.
I'm sorry, I'm very tired.
Revise the clause